Hi, I'm Jasmine Amato, and I'm going to do a tutorial for you on posing. My bodybuilding experience, I have competed in bodybuilding for a little over 2 years now. I started in the OCB as a figure competitor, won my pro card for the OCB, competed at the pro level, and then decided that I wanted to switch to wellness. So I've been working towards that goal. My first wellness competition will be in May. Um, and my goal is to get my IFBB Pro card in wellness as a master's athlete. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some tips and tricks to help highlight all the hard work that you guys have done over the past couple of months getting ready for Dream Team. Some things to know about posing. Posing is not natural. It is an art. It's something you have to practice in order to get good at. I practice every single day posing. Um, it's making a shape with your body that's aesthetically pleasing. And it's not just about squeezing and tensing up. In fact, the more that you tense up, the harder it gets. So these are just like some little tweaks that you can do to make it a little bit easier and kind of get the results that you want. So the things that I'm going to talk about. One, every pose is built from the ground up. So yes, even your feet are involved in posing. Now, if you were on stage, you'd be in a pair of heels, but maybe for these pictures, you're in sneakers or bare feet, which is actually even better because you kind of get that ground connection. Two, it's about making a shape with your body. Okay, so depending on if you dabble in bodybuilding, what your division is, that shape is different. In figure, they're looking for the X shape. So you've got a big wide back, a tiny narrow waist, going out to this beautiful quad sweep. For wellness, what I'm competing in now, it's a smaller upper body, bigger legs, and kind of has that sexy look to it. And then bikini, it's an overall balance, top to bottom. Some people think bikini girls are just tiny. That's not true. They have a lot of muscle to them. But what the overall aesthetic for bikini is balance top and bottom. And then of course we have our physique girls, which are more heavily muscled and much leaner. So what I'm going to teach you today is how to make that shape, how to make that muscle connection, how to ground your feet to build your pose, and then just a couple of different poses you can do. I'm going to teach you 2 front poses. I'm going to show you a side pose, and I'm going to show you a few back or rear poses. There are, when you're doing bodybuilding, very specific poses that you need to learn. They call them quarter turns. I will include some of those, but for the most part, these are just going to be poses that you can do to highlight how you look in pictures. So to start off, I'm going to show you what I mean by grounding your feet and building from the ground up. So say we're taking a front picture. This is just a normal straight on pose. In figure, they would call this the front pose. In bikini, it's a front pose, and in wellness, it's a front pose. So right now I'm kind of lean. I'm competing in a couple of weeks. So yes, you can see muscle lines on me. However, to make those muscles really pop and see every single detail, you've got to be pushing down into the ground. So right now, take a look at my legs. Okay, so this is unflexed. I'm just standing regular. However, once I start to push into the ground, all right, now you can see every single line. You can see that quad sweep. If I put my leg out, you actually can start to see some of the feathering in my legs. That is all from pushing down into the ground, into my toes, okay? So that is how you flex your legs. You push down, right? And for figure, because they want to see that quad sweep, and we want to see your quad sweep, you want to think about your toes going out at an angle, okay? So they're not straight together like this. You're not squeezing your legs together. You want your knees going out over your toes. Your quads are facing out here. You're pushing down into the ground, and there they are, beautiful quads, okay? So that's what your feet are doing. Next, you want to think about your abs. All right, so the abs, you want to pull that belly button up and in towards the spine. That's what gets that tiny waist. You want to lift the chest up and you want to point your chest out the direction that you're going. Okay, so chest is lifted up and out. Now, when you pull that belly button in, you're going to see all of the oblique muscles, and then you want to push out all of your air. And that's how you're going to flex those abs more. Okay, so those are the abs. The shoulders, they're a really important part of the physique, right? So shoulders, you don't want them shrugged up towards your ears like this. This doesn't look good, right? Remember, you're making a beautiful, elegant shape. So shoulders are pushed that way, all right? That's how you get that nice shoulder cap. And if you want to add in that lat flare, you want to push those lats out and up. Abs are in, quads are flexed, and this is a figure front pose right here. Okay. Now, if you want to do more of a bikini or wellness pose, you want to get that leg facing out, and then you're going to see the shape of the glute here. They call it an S shape because that's what it looks like, the letter S, right? So you want to push that toe down into the ground to flex the quad. This leg in the back, don't forget about it. It's not just hanging out there. It's pushing down and out so you can see some of those lines. Your shoulders, again, you want to push the caps of the shoulders out, slightly flare the lat, pull the belly button in, and then hands are elegant. Relax. Your thumb, you want to face it towards the camera, all right? And then just gently lay it inside, kind of like you're very gently holding something. And then this hand, you want to curl the fingers in. You don't want to push them into your stomach. They're just very gently right about where your band of your pants are. Just very gently push it against your waist, and there you go. Now, for a side pose, in wellness, we do a side pose that has a very glute-centric focus. So first of all, you want your toes facing out, the toe of the outside leg. This toe is pushing down so you can see a little bit of line here. And then you want to take your glute, you're not sitting down into the leg. What you're doing is you're pushing your glute towards the camera or the judge, okay? And then you want to pull up and in, zip up those abs. Your arm comes gently down, don't hide your glute. Behind your glute, relaxed hands. And again, you've got this hand not pushing, just resting. Shoulder is up, push that glute. There's your side pose. If you want to do a figure side pose, there are two variations. The NPC is very straight lines up. You want to get a nice curve in the back, push the glutes out, pull the abs in, and then the arms are just very relaxed. Or you can put this leg, the heel goes into the instep of the other foot, pull the abs in, flare the lats out, shoulders nice and big, pull those abs in, push down into the ground. And those, of course, go either way. Side pose, figure. Side pose, wellness. And then elegant figure pose. And again, don't forget to push into the ground. Pull those shoulders up, but not up towards the ears. Relax, blow your air out. And don't forget to smile. Now for rear poses, you'll see in NPC, they don't really care about your back muscles in bikini and wellness. It's not that they don't care, it's just they're more focused on the glutes. So you will see a lot of times that girls have long extensions that kind of cover their back. In OCB, they always sweep hair to the side because they want to see the back muscles. They want to see the work that you did. We want to see the work that you did. So pull your hair to the side, ladies, so we can see. I'm going to show you a bikini back pose. I'm going to show you a figure back pose, and then I'm going to show you a double bicep back pose. Now for the figure, it does include the lat flare, which is kind of a hard thing to do. It takes a lot of practice. My best tip for this is if you bend over and kind of pretend like you're hugging a nice big ball, that's going to relax your back muscles and allow you to focus on your lats. And then you can kind of pull them up. See, there they are, right? And relax. Eventually, with lots of practice, you can pull them out without bending over first. But it helps you get that mind-muscle connection. For bikini and wellness, when you're doing that back pose, you want to make sure you're not squeezing those butt cheeks together, right? We're not squeezing them together. What we're doing is we're focusing on the tie-in of the glute to the hamstring. So I'm going to show you bikini wellness first, then figure, then back double bicep. So the only difference between bikini and wellness is how wide the stance is. And then of course in bikini, they want everything even. So you don't push out on the thighs. For wellness, you push the thighs out because they really want to see that wide hamstring and quad sweep. So bikini, you've got your legs about hip width apart. Your hands just gently rest here. Elbows are slightly flared out. And then you're gonna keep that tailbone going up, pushing the glutes out, focusing on the tie-in. And then for wellness, all we do is we walk our feet out a little bit more, and then we put our hands on our inner thighs and push to give that appearance of an even more quad sweep, and also to highlight the glute ham tie-in. For figure, feet are together, toes are facing out. You still want that tailbone up, okay? We don't want to tuck our tailbone under because that does not look good. Tailbone up, and then we want to bring those lats out. Relax the arms down. And then for that double bicep, I like to put the leg out because I think it looks nice. You can keep them straight up and down like you do in the figure pose, but this is more of a physique pose, but it's great for pictures too. So we're going to put that foot out, and again, we're pushing down into the ground. Bring those arms up, flare the lats. Hands are nice and relaxed. And then squeeze the muscles to show those biceps. Lift the chest up. There you go. So if you guys have any questions, you can always send me a message. I'd be happy to help in any way that I can. Good luck with your pictures. Congratulations. You guys did an amazing job, and I hope you're really proud of what you accomplished.